Good morning. It's day 4 now, 20 past 6 in the morning. I've just been playing with little Fern for a little while. She's been with us 4 days now. We're going to feed her again, and we're going to do exactly the same as we always have done. We're only going to feed her when all 4 feet are in the cage. We are only going to feed her when she's facing towards us. I'm feeding her from my hands, and I'm associating an audible marker every time I feed her. So a click of the clicker or GOOD from my mouth. What I'm going to try and do now though is trying to lure her into a down position, because eventually what I want the dogs to do is when they go into the cage to lie down and be calm. So we're going to try and encourage that now. If I don't have any success, then I'll knock it on the head. But if I do have success, happy days, because she seems to be learning quite quickly. What are you doing, you pig? Also what I'm going to do, she knows she's absolutely hyper at the minute because she's seen a food bowl and she's already associated the food bowl with food, and she goes absolutely hyper. I'm going to pick her up and let her see it, but I'm not going to let her down or anywhere near it until her legs have stopped wriggling, until she's completely calm, and until we've got good behaviour from her. Otherwise we're teaching her that when she sees food she's allowed to go absolutely crazy, and the reward for going absolutely crazy is giving her food, and that's completely wrong. We want a calm dog unless we want her hyped up. And even if it takes half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour for her to calm down, that's what it takes, so that's what I'm going to give it. It shouldn't do, but if it does, it does. So, there's your food. Good girl. As soon as I'm lowering her to the floor when she's calm. As soon as she starts wriggling, she comes away from her food. What I've got to do the second I put her down is remove the food bowl, because she is a wolf. She scavenges it. There's a good girl. Good girl. Nice and calm. Nice and calm. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. So we're going to start. Lure it into the cage. Watch this. We'll go in. We won't release it until she's down. What's this? There we go. Good girl. So she lost a bit of patience and lay down to try and sort of figure it out, stare at it, eat at it. And while she was lying down, she got the food. And the click was to associate. So she was in a bit of a bow then, so I'm happy with that. It's halfway towards a down. There's a good girl. Good girl. What's this, little piglet? There we go. So to get her into the down, I'm covering the food up completely. She knows it's there. And as soon as there's any kind of movement of her down, she gets the food. And she's associating, hey, I do this movement, I get this food. And the more and more she learns that association, the more and more I can ask of her. There you go, good girl. What's this? Good. 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 I'm happy with that half down, that's a bit of a bow, but we're making progress towards a full down, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy to let her have the food for that long. Good. And when you release the food, you've got to do it at that very second she exhibits the behaviour that you want. You can't see that she's done it and then give it a second or two pause. You're rewarding that behaviour that she's doing that very instant. Good. Listen, listen. Good. Meanwhile, every click of this clicker, the camera at the minute is sitting on top of the other dog's cage. Every click of this clicker. Good. For every time I say good, is desensitizing the other dog to it. So you've got to be very careful of that. Good. And also making the other dog salivate like crazy. Good. Good. What's this? Good. So I'm going to keep doing this, exactly the same as I have done, but now expecting her to lie down for a food. Good. For the next few days. Expecting to be calm before she goes anywhere near her food. Good. And then I'm just going to keep repeating exactly what I'm doing. Good. But what you can see she's already learned, and I've taught her, is to come out of a cage and go back into a cage each time. Now she knows that. Good. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to completely hide the food away from it until she goes in a cage. Good. So in a minute, she'll learn to stay in a cage if she wants food. Good. Do you want some food? What'd you do? Good. Good. What's this? What'd you do? Good. So, if you want access to food, you've got to be in your cage. Good. Good. And to get at your food, you've got to be lying down. What happens? Good. You want it? Good. Yeah. Good. 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 What I'm gonna try and do is feed her from both hands to keep her in the cage, because she's learned that habit of coming out and going back in. Good. 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 See that habit of coming in and going out to get the food. Good. 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 Oh, we want to stop there, don't we, little lady? Good. 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 And I'm just going to keep doing this over and over and over and over for a few days, and I'll update in a bit.